Hello and welcome to Cryptogram number 42 in the Cryptograms and Coffee newsletter series. Today our quotation comes to us from a scientist and it's our second repeat author, but it's also a very unusual puzzle. If you've been around here for a little while, you probably know that when you see a single letter word, it's either going to be an I or an A. But what if I were to tell you that in our cryptogram there are not one, not two, but four unique single letter words. The English language hasn't changed, but that just means someone is playing tricks on us. Today we're going to uncover what those tricks are and see why this puzzle has four single letter words. For me, the tricky part of this puzzle wasn't so much the beginning, it was the end. So I started this puzzle off by going after the most common single letter word. I pretended all those extraneous single letter words existed at all. And for me, that turned out to be the letter A. So I substituted in the letter A in the place of P. And that kind of led to the PYX in the second row. And for me, that looked like it could be a lot like the word and, but that last letter, it just didn't have any legs at all. There was only one instance of that. So I decided to put in the word any. And that was great because that gave me a few more clues. Up in the top row, some of those two-letter words were coming together. We had in, and if TY was in, that meant the first word, TA, had to be if. That led to the word life. After that, the author's name was really starting to come in, so I plugged in Albert Einstein. It was becoming pretty clear that this cryptogram at that point was a formula for success in our lives. So I had to channel my inner Albert Einstein to figure out what letters he would use to represent things. And it just kind of made sense that he would choose X, Y, and Z. And that's how I ended up figuring out what those extraneous single letter words were. So I hope you've enjoyed solving this cryptogram today. It was a very unusual one, a tricky one. Leave it up to Albert Einstein to write a cryptogram that is actually an equation, and then use something like adding terms of an equation into a cryptogram just to throw everything off. As usual, tomorrow we'll be back here with another cryptogram just for you. I hope to see you then.